Welcome to 49 Sports Games and a quick overview of 49 Highlights Hockey, which is the latest release in the 49 Sports Game Library. So I'm going to just give a brief overview of what the game's about. In the next few weeks, I'll be diving deeper into showing how the game's played, different idiosyncrasies of it, and how it actually matches seamlessly up with QuickDex Hockey. You can flow back and forth really quickly between the two. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what QuickDex Hockey is all about. Now, my favorite way of watching hockey is not to sit down and watch 2.5 hours of hockey. I actually enjoy, about an hour after a game is over, YouTube will put out a 10 to 12 minute video that shows the highlights of a hockey game. Well, that's what Highlights Hockey is. I tried to base it on that. I actually started working on this when I was working on QuickDex Hockey. Just ran out of time to finish it. And it's evolved a little bit to being, well, basically a pared down version of what QuickDex Hockey is. So the game evolves around two decks. You've got the highlight deck, and they've got a separate deck which covers man advantage, which is power plays and empty nets at the end of the game. The highlight deck is similar to the QuickDex Hockey. You have different types of cards. This one here is a penalty card, and all of the data that you need to finish a highlight is within that card. So there's a penalty one. This particular one here is on strategy, whether team's playing pass out or they're clear. So again, that's the same as what's in QuickDex Hockey. You have to have some strategy. There's a little bit of strategy, but not as much as a QuickDex because we're trying to get through the game a little quicker. There's just some straight up action. So this one here is the team that has the puck possession. They take advantage of a turnover. They move out on a 3-on-1. The pass goes to the player who has the highest offensive rate to his in rating +8. So you can see that's where the big difference is with highlight hockey is the pluses are a lot higher. In QuickDex Hockey, most of them, there's no adders, like a +2 is kind of the most you're going to get in QuickDex Hockey, where here you can get up to a +12, and they're anywhere from, a +3 to a +12. And so there's rules around that with teams, because some players, like the defenseman here, Carson Soucy, so this is the Vancouver in-season set number 2, just playing through some of their games. His outside shot rating is a 1 because I think he scored 1 goal all year. Well, if he keeps getting these +12s, he's got a chance to score more goals. But it's limited to 3 times whatever his rating is. So the maximum his shot rating would be is a 3. There are a couple of cards which are going to increase the goalie's rating as well. Goalies are always off of their rebound rating. And let's see, what other kind of card do we have here? We've got this one here. This one is based on the skill check between an offensive player and a defensive player. And along this main game card here, we have your player selection rows. You have an offensive check and a defensive check. And so this particular one here, it says check the homes forward. So the F, so you go to the player selection card, see who the F is. In this case, it would be the right winger. And you're going to check against his O check. There's a row for that. You look at the next available cell, and it is O rate of 7+. So you're going to check to see if that player who's on the ice, the right winger, if he has an O rate of 7 or more. If he does, he passes it. And then you're going to look and see what the defender does. If the defender passes it as well, then there's an option here of both teams pass. If just the puck possession team passes, they get a pretty good advantage. If defender passes, they also get a good advantage. If neither team passes, then you're just going to go to rotating the lines and go on to the next card. Again, all the rebound stuff is included right there on that card. So that's kind of a fun card to do as well. I think that's pretty much it. Here's one here that shows the highest team rating gets an opportunity. So a team that's a little bit better may get a chance in the game to have an extra opportunity that the other team won't get. There are 40 cards in this deck, and in any game, you're going to be around 18 to 20 cards being used. The low, I think, is 14, and the most is 21. So you're going to go through about half of this highlight deck. The man advantage cards, these are broken into 2 segments here. There's a big blue line in the middle. You've got a power play, so regular 1-man advantage. And you're just going to go through basically the highlight of a power play. Some power plays there aren't any highlights. But this one here, it asks if the power play FD, so you look on their player selection row to see which player is. If his O rate is 11 or more, they control the attack zone. Pass goes to the next person on the FD row. He has a choice shot plus 10. So if it's a forward, he's probably an in. If it's a defenseman, it's an outside shot plus 10. If not, there's an else, and then there's all the rebound stuff. Or if it's at the end of the game and there's an empty net situation, this one here asks if the power play center has a face-off of 6 or more. If he does, he draws to a choice player who gets a shot for plus 3. Of course, the only person he can't draw it to is himself on that one. Again, the rebounds are there. And so there's 10 cards there that cover the power plays. I've played over 200 games. And what I've really started to enjoy, which I have struggled with before, which is taking on a bigger project. So some of the games I've played for Quick Decks Hockey, I played through the 91 Canucks season, the 2008 Canucks season, 74, I played through almost a whole 74 season. So I played a lot of games of the Canucks to get Quick Decks Hockey to where I wanted it to. With Highlight Hockey, I've been playing some 1980 Canucks, 1980 Bruins, playing some 1974 Bruins. I'm also playing, this is a side note, but because I was coming up with Highlight Hockey, I thought, you know what, I want to play through the entire 1974-75 Vancouver Canucks season because it's 50 years later. It's kind of, I didn't really think of that when I started it, but this is 50 years. The game day is the same back in 74 as this year. So, whatever the day was of the week, it's the same day of the week here. So it's been fun. I've been trying to play every game on the same day that it was played. And so this playing Highlight Hockey, if I miss a couple because I got busy with other projects, I can use Highlight Hockey to get caught up really quickly. Now, the one project that I have been doing, let me just pull it out here, is the 1966-67, and I'm doing an NHL full season replay. Never crossed my mind to even consider trying something like that. But the nice thing about this being the final year of the original 6 NHL means that to get through their 70-game season, that's 210 games. 210 games of Quick Decks Hockey, I wouldn't even put that on my radar. It was a lot playing through an 80-game season. But when I was developing the game, I was just laser focused on it, so I was able to get through a lot of games. Now that it's for fun, well, I thought this might be a real fun project, and in fact, it has been. I've been playing nothing but Highlight Hockey on it. I will sit down, I've got all the team charts created, I will get everything ready to go, which only takes a couple of minutes. You can see what the setup is. It's this card here, a couple of tokens on it. You have your possession card. This is an assist chart up here. This is a little card that I'll make a lot fancier for the time when the game is released. That tells you how many highlights there are per period. And that's really it. You're set up and going. And so I've been playing about 4 games an hour. In fact, I can get, I've actually played like 12 to 14 games in a day because I just wanted to sit down. My wife was away. I thought, how many games am I going to play before my brain blows up? And I think I actually got 14 games played in one day. So that really allowed me to really push this full season replay ahead. So that's what I liked about Highlight Hockey. It has evolved into what it is today. I've had some nice feedback from some play testers. And one of the biggies was this assigning assist chart, which makes it so much easier to assign assists. Happy with the statistics. I think they're going to hold up just as well as the Quick Decks Hockey is. So there's a bit of an overview of 49 Highlight Hockey. Over the next few weeks, we're going to start playing some games. I'll go through the how-to, and you'll see how it interacts with Quick Decks Hockey, how seamless it is to be able to switch between the two. Okay, now it's time to reveal the first of the 4 seasons, and I just kind of let the cat out of the bag a couple minutes ago when I was talking about a couple of the replays that I've done. And so the first is 1980-81, a real fun year playing through Boston and Vancouver. And yeah, it's the first of 4 that we're going to be announcing. I've got 3.5 of them done. I just got to go through and kind of do the final critique on all of them. So I'm pretty confident by the time 49 Highlight Hockey starts shipping, the 4 seasons are going to be ready to go. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on 49 Sports Games.